Go for it.
Hey everybody, how's it going today out there in VWLife land?
One more day that we're at least mostly back together.
Yeah.
Yay!
Kind of.
Did you notice this shirt I'm wearing?
That's not available right now.
It's not?
I don't think
This
it
is exclusive.
It's an old design. The new design's going to come out.
Oh, there's a new design of the
Yeah.
Jesco. You guys cannot believe what Martin's been doing on Jesco. It's exciting. So there'll be something coming down the road with that
Eventually.
shortly.
It'll span months of work.
It's going to be pretty awesome, though. He's
Yeah.
coming along really nicely.
I think he's doing a great job. Have you actually seen what he's doing? It's like actually real work.
Martin's a fabricator. So today is an exciting day because the folks at Pertronix are kind of gave us some goodies to help us out, right?
You know, those people are just amazing. I've been talking to them, and they sent us a full kit to help my 68 out because right now it has a little bit of a starting problem. It doesn't start immediately. So I'm going to try to fix that with we're going to change to the flamethrower coil, change over some plug wires, and put the igniter inside of there, and we'll go through some of the steps as we go through that. I know these guys they switched over to Pertronix
In our buses.
in the buses. So I'm going to try it in the bug, and hopefully it works. But they're also going to team up with us with the fastback and do some other stuff. They even sent us some shirts to give away to one of you guys.
Free stuff.
Free stuff and a flamethrower coil to give away to one of you guys.
So stick with us. This is going to be a fun day today as we work on Tommy's 68, and so it starts really smoothly.
Yeah, so for now, I'm going to start taking some stuff apart, and you guys can watch me take some bolts.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Watch
All right.
Tommy work.
Cool.
All right, awesome. So currently we have a blue coil in here, and what I'm going to do is that I have it mounted to a aftermarket 36 horsepower shroud, and I just put some rib nuts in there. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, those will be up. So, hey, for those of us who 36 shroud, what's the 36 shroud you were talking about? What makes that special?
Well,
Because I mean, there's a lot of us that are kind of.
it doesn't make.
neophytes.
It's not really special. The aftermarket one is the only one that you can get with the doghouse cooler on it. So this one's got the doghouse cooler, but it's the 36 rounded shroud, and we like it just because it's easy, and especially if you're running dual carbs, it's easy to get to everything. It looks cooler than the stock setup. Stock setup actually probably cools.
We do
better.
for heat. I had to throw that in.
I wear a jacket.
Yeah, show me.
So the 36 shroud Tommy's talking about, pretty cool, and it doesn't have the little air vents here, but it has a doghouse shroud on the back for the for the oil cooler.
The extra for the doghouse cooler.
So that's nice.
Chrome dipstick.
Chrome will get you home.
Chrome does get.
So you got a blue Bosch coil on here, huh?
Yeah, so the Bosch coil's been around forever, but comparatively, it doesn't actually have a lot of output when it comes to, like if you're looking at the Pertronix or some other setups, they have lower ohm coils, which is resistance in the main primary, and then there's a secondary windings. And based on how many windings there are is how much output it could put out. Some people actually even use a resistor on top of that, which means, like, say, the alternators are a different story, but the generators could spike in voltage, and then that causes problems. So they keep these coils running cool by just reducing the voltage going into it, but the output is still the same.
Crazy amount of voltage too, right?
Yeah.
I know I've been zapped a couple times.
Yeah, well,
I don't like that
I
feeling.
think the blue coil is only like...
It's internally resistance, right?
They are not, yeah, the blue coil is, but some of the other ones are too, and then you would want to look for, like if you're running condenser, the condenser needs to have at least a 3 ohm coil, the internally resistance. If not, you're running an external resistor, because if not, you'll burn up the condenser. And that's just because...
I remember in the old days, I used to sell those ballast, those
little white
ceramic ballast resistors out the yin-yang.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Back
I'm
in
talking
the day.
about. So that's adding to your coil's resistance,
Yep.
and that's keeping your coil cooler.
Coil, keeping your coil cooler.
You said it much better. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like people like Chevrolets and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The old Chevys back in the day.
Yeah.
When I worked at Mr. Auto Parts.
All right. Cool. So also, I run the 019 distributor, and you know why that is?
Because it's blue.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So I actually like the 019 distributor, and there's a couple fun facts with that. The blue ones actually were just black ones, and they were black ones. They just pulled them off the shelf and slathered them with paint. And I know for a fact it was slathered because if a real one would have blue all over all over the nuts and bolts and even the condenser.
Yeah, the class there has it.
Everything.
But did the tag have it?
No. They went around it.
So they had like a little piece of. They masked that, I guess.
And or they just painted it. It feels like they used a paintbrush and just went around it really quick. So you had the blue Screamer kit.
Right.
It was just like a blue coil, some plug wires, and the 019 distributor.
So this was an upgrade you could get back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
The blue Screamer kit.
Yeah. I think you can even buy a Screamer kit now, but it would come with a 009 and a blue coil. But the progression of ignitions and stuff, that stuff is way outdated. But the reason why I like the 019 is because it actually starts advancing around 800 RPMs. And advancing at 800 RPMs means like I come around a corner, I'm in second gear, or I drop it down to third gear or something like that, and the RPMs drop way down. When they drop way down, then my timing is already going to be able to advance. The 009, the reason why you hear the stumble.
The old stumble, that's right.
Yeah, and that's because it doesn't start till like 1200 RPMs. And being centrifugal advance, waiting until 1200 RPMs and you come around a corner.
You got to have some RPMs going.
Yeah, and I don't care if
this is still centrifugal advance.
It is
right?
centrifugal, but it starts way lower.
Early.
And as you know, if you set your timing or you set your idle at 800 RPMs, 900 RPMs, right? That's fine, but under a load, it may drop down even further than that. And that's why, like I said, you come around a corner and you downshift or whatnot, and it goes, or you're going up a hill and it lugs down a little bit. And if you don't have that timing in there, your car doesn't create any horsepower.
Right.
It's already struggling to make horsepower. And then so like where you have the 009 and the 34 pick and the stumble within that, that's because there's no timing for the amount of air and fuel that's being dumped in there at that time. And so there's a lot of ways of fixing that. But you found out, and what you do these days, which we learned mainly on HB19 and stuff, is coming with the right vacuum advanced distributor.
Yeah.
Because being under a load creates a lot of vacuum, and then that pulls timing in the car. So I guess, Volkswagen learned a long time ago that it needed vacuum to be able to function properly. There are some what's called SVDAs, which is single vacuum dual advance, which means it's got a single vacuum canister, and then but it also does centrifugal advance. And then that's really good when you're driving down a highway or so and you're constant speed doing 50, 60 miles per hour. What? You may pull in 40,
50 or 60.
40, 50 miles per hour.
What?
It may pull in up to like 40 degrees of time.
Yeah.
And then you get great miles per gallon at that point. But I like it because it's good. The 19 and the 10 are the cool cast iron distributors. They're really solidly built distributors.
And they don't make them, of course, anymore.
No.
At all. So I remember one time we were digging around at Austin VW. And you were like, I got one! You remember?
Well, we get it there. We got one at the shop. We got one at Kenny Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy looks, you have like a radar for blue distributors. And it's like, literally, you hit the jackpot. You did.
That's exciting times.
Tommy's hit the jackpot with the 019 blue.
Yeah.
That's the key. It has to be blue.
Yeah, well, they're the same internal. The blue is just a status factor.
Cool. As we're having this conversation, right behind you is Old Spot, and it has the 009, which has been in the, it's what I had when I put that all together, and the 34 pick carburetor.
Yeah.
Dude, I know how to drive it to kind of get past that stumble, but oh my gosh, it's there.
Well,
it's just so there. That's
the world that, the majority of people out there, they're like, oh, it's 009 and I know how to drive it. And those guys, they're just, you know what? They've lived with it. They don't know what good is.
Yeah, I know.
All because they've just lived with it. Now, you could have like a motor that has good power, like a good enough power to get you to an RPM quickly, and then the 009 means nothing because that up to 1200 RPMs before it starts advancing, that happens so quickly with a good powerful motor that the 009 is perfectly fine. Yeah. But when you don't have enough power to get it going, then the 009 becomes a hindrance.
Right.
And then, like, especially if you're in a bus with some weight behind it,
No
you
brainer.
want something like, again, vacuum
And
advance is always.
so at some point in the Volkswagen world, 009 just became a quick fix for something? Because why do you think people, because the vacuum diaphragms are going bad, or it was like the magazine said here? I know they've never. I know.
Yeah.
So why do you just? But why is almost every car I buy has a 009 on it?
Because they became the
That was the hey.
009. I think the people who know that that's not the answer, but it was the answer for 90% of the world out there.
It was like a snow job. Everybody got snowed over on that deal.
It sounded cool, and it was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that. And then, of course, within the 009 world, there's a quality factor across the board there. And so I always take the distributor, look at the bottom of it, and if it says Bosch in Germany, those are the best 009s to get. If it just says Bosch without the Germany on the other side, it's effectively from Brazil. And if it has nothing on either one, that's a little questionable. Even if it's got all the stamps on it, I would probably stay away from that. So, but that's why I do it. The 010 starts to advance at around 1100 RPMs, 1000 to 1000 to 1100.
So,
RPMs.
but this is around 800 019.
It starts really low, which is super good, especially for a lower horsepower.
So what are we gonna? What are we gonna do with your 019 today?
So right now it's got points. We're gonna rip it out of there. We're gonna go over to the bench, install some the Ignitor II.
So we're over here at the bench, but before we get any further, we got to ask, what are you guys running these days? I mean, are you running 009s, vacuum advance? I'm in love with 205Ks.
Oh, the K.
Oh, I love that's I love my
how do I do it? Oh, the K.
Oh yeah, nothing but the best. Made by my buddy Bill over at Sparksworks. Bill. So he's doing those up, and I'm always try to find him chords and stuff like that and send to him. But so you guys, what are y'all doing as far as a distributor? Because, the 009, it certainly works.
Sure.
But
Martin brought up a good point is that a lot of people switched out of there because they weren't excited about the vacuum. They didn't know how it was functioning, so they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you go to dual carburetors, you don't have the right vacuum signal. If you put any kind of cam in there, you don't have the right vacuum signal.
Oh, yeah,
But speaking of what you guys have in there, I think you guys need to put down below what you guys are running. Get it as detailed as you want, and whoever we choose, whoever we like, the best response down there. I have a 3 ohm flamethrower coil. This bad boy is 40,000 volts.
Oh my gosh!
So I think everybody should get their description of what they're running, and the ones that we feel is the worst one.
The worst one.
Who really needs it?
That's
we're gonna
true.
pick you.
Who needs a good coil?
Not who's running the best setup.
All right, so let's think about this. So this is a 3 ohm. Let's talk about it. So this is a 3 ohm. What would this work with? Condenser?
Anything with a condenser.
Okay. So you need to have a condenser.
You can also use it on the Pertronix. You can use it on any other system.
But this would work this would not burn up your condenser.
It certainly would not. So that's the reason why we chose that one to give away.
You know what? Hey, look who just walked in. Get that guy on tape. There they are. Jake, we're going to have... Oh, okay.
All right. So what we're doing is we need a trusty 7mm, and we are going to take off the condenser and everything. Here is how you show. See how this is all painted on blue? A little blue over that, blue all over this. This is legit.
So you think they paint it with a brush or?
Well, how else do you get everything done? And you have to do it quick. I mean,
it's even on the wires in it.
Yeah, it's usually painted on that wire. But if they could have painted it. Oh yeah, well that doesn't work. It's too. Oh, here you take that.
You think it's too thin?
What am I taking off?
I couldn't do it.
We can match.
What am I taking off? The condenser?
Yeah, no, I was gonna take the rotor out of there.
Oh, is it on there good?
It's on the reel.
What kind of damn rotor is that anyhow?
That's the original rotor.
What is this?
That's original stuff.
That's like
all the
Model
later
T
model
stuff or something.
Yeah, and all the later model stuff has
I just heard.
has like the offset weight on there.
Yeah, I would go offset weight. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little leverage. Did y'all see how bad that was? That thing was rusted on there.
Oh yeah, it's because it's original.
It wasn't that bad.
Look at that. All of that's still original.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna take this off.
No, we
You're
have to take it off.
disappointed?
We have to have wires come out. So the Ignitor 2, what we're talking about, does two things. So like when you cross the wires normally with some of these and you get them backwards, it fries the unit immediately. The Ignitor 2 actually has circuitry in there that allows you to accidentally hook up black and red to the wrong one and it not kill the unit
No
immediately.
kidding?
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
a
pretty
great
cool.
idea.
And it also has what they call adaptive dwell. And so this will use a 6 ohm coil, low ohm coil, which means they can saturate power quickly and then discharge good power, which is how you get up to 45,000 volts.
Like that. Looks like it's wearing out there a little bit.
All right. Martin needs to get in the camera. He figured out how to put that in there. I think we need a screw. Oh,
I need to figure out how to put this in here.
Yeah.
I've never put one of these in here.
You never know ice?
See? No, I don't work on cars. What I do?
Well,
So that's the inside of it.
there's your screw plate. See how it's kind of countersunk? So you got to match that up to the screw hole.
Where's the screw hole? That one?
Yeah. And then that other one's where that brass
Oh,
stud
like
comes
this.
from.
I see. Look, see. There's a little indicator thing here, and there's a hole for a screw.
It's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple. Even though I'm blind and I don't have my reading glasses on me,
All right.
I need a screw.
The screw's in the back.
Yeah, you need a new screw because it's countersunk.
Assistant, open that. It's not bad in word if I don't say the whole word.
Mm-hmm. It's implied.
So where's that go through?
Ooh, we're saving all the cool pulls.
So does it go like that?
That little piece broke though.
Yeah, we're okay. We just leave that out. I replaced it.
Oh, I get you.
But you
To the car. Yeah? Or do we need to pay in terminals? How long do we need these wires?
We will cut those wires accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You need a new sticker here, buddy.
Where can you get that sticker like that at?
You can get that sticker specifically at allmetricgarage.com. We're going to have a couple stickers on site. We got bay window, Gia, Beetle, split bus.
what kind of stickers?
Stickers for VWLife.
Oh, we got those now?
Yeah.
They say have a Gia?
Yeah, we have a Gia one.
Do you have a fastback one?
We don't have a fastback one yet. Maybe soon.
So the one thing that I did was I got a little ahead of myself, but we when we pulled this out, we just take the nut off in the back here. You know, the one that's way back in the back. We'll take that nut off, and then when we pull it out, we shouldn't have to retime it too much.
Oh, and you end up putting up a real rotor on there.
Yeah, it was in stock.
Yeah.
Here at TJK.
04033, I think is what that number is.
Oh wow, check that action out.
Man, it matches those shiny intakes you got there.
I like it. This thing is like chromed and ready to rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, it's the only way to get home. I gotta start that bottom one first.
What are those things that screws you put into those captive
Rib nuts?
rib nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. Because the shroud doesn't come with any holes in it. It's
Nothing at all, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then black and red.
So which one you sitting red on?
Red on positive.
Or 15?
Or 15.
All right. Now we had some fun. So what have we done here? We got the Ignitor 2.
We got the Ignitor 2 in. We got the Ignitor 2 in.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And we got a low ohm coil install, which is awesome. We got chrome one because we.
So this is not the 3.0. This is the 0.6.
This is the 0.6, yeah. And then since this car is fuel injected, there's a bunch of wires all over the place and hoses and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think everybody's tried to move this thing. It just comes back. It doesn't go on.
I was messing with it too earlier.
It doesn't fit.
That boot. It doesn't fit that big nut.
Look at that killer.
What is that?
It's
Bosch
a
badge.
Badged.
Oh, badge.
Badged alternator.
So there's the old 019, looking good, and with the new coil, and we run the new wires. He's got them in the right spot. So as I say in the business, here's the money shot.
Go for it. It seems like it ran. I think so.
Let's get a reaction from the driver. Sir, what do you think of your new Pertronix Ignitor II system?
I think it's pretty awesome. It did start much easier. Usually with this, I let the pump go for a second and it builds up pressure in the lines and then it starts really...
Is that your electric fuel pump?
Uh-huh.
That we hear humming? Yeah. Well, a rather successful night thanks to the guys at Pertronix.
Yeah, thank them very much. My car is, was thanking them. It's very...
It's going to go fast. Because Tommy likes to go fast.
Oh, yeah. He does like to go fast.
Hey, you know, one day when I get around to putting the turbo on that thing, it's going to be...
Screamer.
You got a turbo.
It's going to be a whistler.
You were watching turbo videos, they have big car turbos.
Oh, my God.
You can just hear his phone. He's sitting there words. All you hear is phone whistling.
He was like, what's going on? And I was like, dude, how much was it? 5,700 horsepower?
5,200.
Oh, my God.
And what?
A Camaro?
It was a Corvette.
It was a Corvette.
Well, there was a Camaro
with those turbos that are like twin
Yeah,
turbos.
big twin turbos. Twin turbo, a bug.
Or
We have a turbo. We can
I have like 3 turbo kits.
I hope we have another turbo we can use.
well, thanks. No, seriously though, the Ignitor 2 kit and the coil just what a easy. I mean, it's so easy. Even Martin could do it.
Yeah, and I can't do much.
Poor Martin. He can weld.
The bearded wonder can. He's a great fabricator.
Yeah. Speaking of shirts, you guys make sure you check out All Metric Garage. We have some sales going on right now.
Everything's for sale.
Everything is for sale. And it's like you buy 2 shirts, you get $5
$5 off, I think is what it is.
If you're using the system again, if you're buying from a second time, you always get $2 off. Get that code after you buy another one.
So the goal is to buy 2 T-shirts, get the $5 off, and then buy 2 more T-shirts immediately and use the other code. Then you get $7 off.
Really?
Yeah, because you buy 2 different orders.
Mm-hmm. Anything after the first order, you get a code to use.
So and it still applies to this $5 off of 2 shirts.
And shipping's not very expensive, right?
No, usually.
It's just part of doing business.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with the Pertronix. I put in one in Jerry, one in Ziggy, and it's been just golden. So, I mean, without question, it's just like one less thing we have to worry about. So now, Tommy, you join the crowd.
I joined the crowd. I'm in the game.
You're in the Pertronix mafia.
Everything's a mafia these
days.
Or
something like that.
All right.
Make sure you like and subscribe. That's a big thing. Liking and subscribing goes a long way for us. Tell your aunts, tell your uncles,
Cool.
About VWLife.
Yep.
About VWLife.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you soon.
And
what do you mean? Oh, I just made that up.
well, there you go.
I bet you're telling me if you didn't say nothing, someone been Googling it. I need that cap. And you ruined the joke.
I totally thought he was like, I was like, well, that's pretty impressive. Not too bad.
Some working over here.
Don't take any of the blue off.
I was taking all the blue off. Go ahead to be chrome. Shame. You don't want that blue on there? I thought you wanted the blue off. Because Martin had some paint he was going to paint it.
Martin, get the water and squirt him.